Many know about slavery, but few discuss paper genocide. We did not all come from Africa, and most of us have Aboriginal roots that were stripped away due to reclassification and miseducation. As a native Black American and a member of the Muscogee Creek Nation, I understand the importance of tracing your lineage. If you want to learn how to trace your genealogy and apply for tribal citizenship, send an email to mike@keymediapro.com to schedule a consultation.
You know, a lot of people can't say that they was profitable. I don't believe in failure, but then at the same time, it's like, you know, what is failure? I was profitable. You know, a lot of people can't say that they was profitable. I don't believe in failure, but then at the same time, it's like one of the mistakes I made earlier on was that I was still, you know, putting in 60, 70 hours a week in corporate America. Then I had to run my other businesses. And then I was supposed to run the restaurant full time too. So, you know, for the better part of a year, I probably only averaged 2 to 3 hours of sleep a day. And I didn't even mention one of the most important aspects of why it's important to pay attention to Time Dog, regardless of what kind of outfit I got on. Because I can help you operate in a state to where you're not panicking. So many people operate from the perspective of panic. And that's unfortunate.
I don't care about your reparations. Listen, I don't care if you ever get it. As a matter of fact, I'm advocating against it because it's going to fuck up my dollar and make inflation go out of control. And so I don't want them to pay you. I don't want you to have nothing. Don't give these motherfuckers nothing. As a matter of fact, not only do I not want you to get nothing from reparations, I think that they should tax you for breathing.
Nero, the MVP of the channel. Thank you so much for the contribution, brother. Let's go. Let's go. We also got a contribution from Kareem. Thank you very much. And Sir Chi, appreciate it. Let's go ahead and get this show on the road. So we went through Anton's LinkedIn, his fraudulent work history, my personal history with him, the copyright strikes he attempted to hit me with unsuccessfully. The video right here that prompted the copyright strikes. I mean, he felt real insecure that I replayed this video he shot with his wife for some strange reason, and he felt so insecure about it that he since deleted the video. Let's go, let's go. But now what I want to segue into is Anton Daniels lying about his fucking restaurant that wasn't even a restaurant, y'all. This wasn't even the size of a Subway sandwich, y'all. This wasn't even the size of a bodega. So let's hear him lie about the one business we do know of him starting.
It's my reality, and you know I live my life like an open book, so I gotta give y'all the real 100% of the time. What's going on? It's Anton from AntonDaniels.com. As you can see, I'm at the restaurant. It's right after Halloween, and we have officially decided to close the restaurant. So I don't anticipate this video being that long, and you also have to excuse my voice because I've been at the Pistons game, yelling, screaming, hollering, so it's just now starting to get back. And then I've been partying with a lot of friends that's been in and out of town. But long story short, it wasn't a profitability issue. It wasn't an issue as it relates to the business itself. I just realized that it took more than I anticipated as it relates to day-to-day, every single.
So he's supposed to be this millionaire business mogul, and he's saying that he started this sandwich shop, and he didn't realize that it would take so many hours that it's taken. So now he has to. What the fuck are you talking about?
Single day activities for me to run this restaurant, and then the return wasn't as big as some other businesses that I have. So I decided to focus all of my energy on the businesses with the biggest growth.
Businesses plural. So let's say just two, right? So you're working a 9 to 5, you're running the sandwich shop that you want to call a restaurant for some fucking reason. I could jump from one side of the room to the next. That's not a restaurant, my guy. So you're running this restaurant, you're working a 9 to 5 job, and you've got other businesses that you claim to. Stop the cap, stop the cap, stop the cap.
So the thing about the restaurant business, and I would say 98 to 99% of all businesses in general, is that it requires you to be there and to massage it. Any business that people are telling you guys that you can just run and it's just automatic and you just get checks or whatever, it's only a couple of different businesses that I can think of and that I know of people that participates in, which I'm involved in a couple of those too. But even those aren't like you can just sit back and chill. It's a lot of leg work. It's a lot of work. It's a lot of different things that goes along with.
Yes, Rob. He's been dragging foundational Black Americans for the last 48 hours, talking about we're lazy, Black culture is trash, we shouldn't get reparations, we're lazy, but you couldn't even be successful in your sandwich shop endeavor. But we're supposed to believe that you got all these successful businesses.
That, but very few businesses in the world that I can think of outside of scamming somebody requires you to be, or allows you to be able to just sit and chill and not collect. I mean, not actually be there to massage it. Restaurant business is certainly not one of them. One of the mistakes that I
In DC, thank you for the contribution.
made earlier on in this process, not as it relates to the business itself, but just underestimating the amount of time that I had to spend here, making sure that things ran right, making sure employees did what they're supposed to do, making sure that I'm not getting, they're not stealing from me. Somebody calls off, you got to be there.
What you mean you trying to make sure the employees aren't stealing from you? You're the fraudulent nigga. You're the one who was faking sick days and shit.
All of that, you know what I'm saying? And then you start to evaluate how much your time is worth. One of the mistakes that I made earlier on was that, as you guys know, I just recently quit my job. But one of the mistakes I made earlier on was that.
So you work in a 9 to 5 and trying to cap like you're a serial entrepreneur on the side. Imagine y'all work with Anton and y'all on lunch break together in the lunchroom, and he's talking about this restaurant he runs and the software company he got and these several businesses he got. Y'all would be looking at him in the lunchroom like, nigga, stop the cap. Would you here working with me? If those businesses was working out for you, my guy, you wouldn't be here working a 9 to 5. What are we talking about? Hey, y'all probably got coworkers like that, right? At lunchtime, be talking about how they this and they that, and then why you still clock in and clock out like I do?
I was still, putting in 60, 70 hours a week in corporate America. Then I had to run my other businesses. And then I was supposed to run the restaurant full time too. So, for the better part of a year, I probably only averaged 2 to 3 hours of sleep a day. And that's just not healthy. I started to pick up a lot of weight. I started to be a lot more stressed out because I didn't believe in excuses. I still don't believe in excuses. I don't believe in failure. But then at the same time, it's like, what is failure? Like I said, it was a really, really fun ride. I enjoyed it. I learned a lot. I got to.
He sounds so defeated. He can't even look the camera in the eyes like I do a majority of the time while I'm exposing these motherfuckers. He's so unsure about himself that he got to look over here and over here, and then he'll glance at the camera for a minute and then go back over here. Nigga, why you lying? Why you lying? Why you lying? Why you lying? Why the fuck are you lying? Make this make sense, y'all. I just don't understand. Why do you feel the need to cap like this to strangers on the internet? Can somebody help me? Because I don't get it.
Why the fuck you lying? Why you always lying? Oh my God. Stop fucking lying.
Come on, y'all.
Type of education that you can't get. And I was profitable. A lot of people can't say that they was profitable, and that, the reason why.
He was profitable. A lot of people can't say they're profitable. And the reason why, what? Even though you're profitable, you're quitting the business, and you're quitting why?
They're no longer participating in being in a restaurant business is because, it just doesn't make sense for their lifestyle.
Oh, it just doesn't make sense for your lifestyle. Oh, he was successful at it. He was profitable, but it didn't make sense for his lifestyle. Oh my gosh, y'all. Oh my gosh, make it make sense. Victor, thank you for the contribution. He got a vote for Angry Man. I'll make sure to add that to the tally. Come on, y'all. So mind you, he says that he was profitable. It just takes too much time. It just doesn't fit his lifestyle. I guess he didn't know that we got the receipts. I guess He didn't know that I got the documents where he's in debt, where his little sandwich shop is in debt. There's liens against the business. He owes somebody named Thomas a whole lot of money. He owns Thomas, who has a hospitality group. Yes, he couldn't even start his own sandwich shop, y'all. He had to take out loans to start up his little sandwich bodega, and he failed at it, and he owes those white people some money. So he's up here talking about he's profitable. He just doesn't have the time. It just doesn't fit his lifestyle. If it was profitable, why do you have liens against the business?
I was profitable. You know, a lot of people can't say that they was profitable. And then I was one of the fortunate ones that actually really did still have the capital to be able to do so without taking out loans or taking on partners or anything like that. But a lot of people don't. And what you find is that...
Yo, this is where he capping, y'all, and I'm going to hold him accountable. Pay attention to what just happened.
Now, according to the state of Michigan in a UCC filing, Anton Daniels and Sweet Soul Kitchen LLC, they are both in debt to Thomas Hospitality Group. They are in debt. They owe money, and this UCC filing is a lien. They need to pay up. That lien, it's still active. Let me show you where you can go find it. Sweet Soul Kitchen has 3 active liens. There's 2 UCC liens and 1 state tax lien. They are in debt. They owe money and or property. That is a fact. Anton Daniels specifically has a UCC lien. He is in debt. He owes money and or property. That is a fact.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm the king of receipts. So don't let this man for a second pull the wool over our eyes. And, he was just so successful at the restaurant business. He was so successful, but he didn't have time, so he had to quit. Ladies and gentlemen, this is exactly where you can go to see his UCC lien against his one business that we know he tried to run. You go to uscc.sos.state.mi.us. This is a Secretary of State. You click debtor, name, quick search. That's all we got to do. A quick search. You don't even got to pay for this. You don't even got to pay. First name, Anton. Last name, Daniels. Don't tell me, Anton. Don't tell me when I click the search button, a lien against your business is going to pop up. Don't tell me I got the receipts and I'm showing everybody where to find them. Don't tell me that. Oh, UCC lien. Oh, this is the same number as in the video. Anton Daniels. This was filed in 2020. It's active. Oh. And the other brother who's showing us the filing and details, he paid for that information because you see, if you want to download it, there's a fee to pay for it. But ladies and gentlemen, this is exactly where you can go to find it. But he's going to tell us that he was profitable. That he was profitable. He's just quitting because of his lifestyle.
I was profitable. A lot of people can't say that they was profitable. I don't believe in failure, but then at the same time, it's like, what is failure?
Owes it to Thomas Hospitality Group. Now we have another document showing that the Sweet Soul Kitchen LLC was dissolved February 18th, 2020. The UCC filing was filed January 5th, 2020. So you see the filing was completed January, and then they went to dissolve the LLC in February. We don't know if he's if he's trying to run away from that debt, right? Because he told you guys that he doesn't finance anything. But according to the state of Michigan, he's in debt. So for a man that's balling out of control, multi-millionaire, why you can't pay your bills, player?
Multi-millionaire, can't pay his bills, living in an apartment in funky ass Detroit. Make it make sense, y'all. Make it make sense. But when it comes to being a fake guru, when it comes to being a fake ass guru, Anton Daniels is the full package.
Is a YouTuber who is bragging about his money and begging people to join his Patreon. This video is to look at the paperwork and see if he's actually who he says he is, or if he's lying to the YouTube community. We don't like liars, and we like good character. We like people who are honest. So let's look at it.
Let me show you my Versace sandals. My Versace. They kick.
One thing that I never ever...
Y'all make sure to hit the like button. Likes are free after all. If you support the mission, hit the Cash App or the PayPal. Let's go, y'all. Let's go.
ever do, ever, is finance anything.
Yo, this is where he capping, y'all, and I'ma hold him accountable. Pay attention to what just happened.
Anton Daniels says he doesn't finance anything, but these documents tell a different story. In
Why
29
the fuck you lying? Why you always lie? Oh my god, stop fucking lying. Anton just said he don't finance nothing, but we got documents where he can't even pay his auto loans. He can't even pay his credit card. He owes $8,362 on an American Express card. He owes $15,023 to Discover Bank. He owes $3,920 on an auto loan to Ford Motor Company. So when I do the interview with my anonymous source, and my anonymous source says they work in finance, and Anton was trying to get pre-approved, and his credit was shit, and he uses Rita's credit. And guys, I think there's truth to what my anonymous source had to say earlier.
But I'll tell you that I work in the financial sector. That's how I was introduced to Anton and have information on his financial status. And let me tell you, this man is nothing more than your cliche spoiled trust fund kid. His dad died during a workplace incident, and his family was awarded a large settlement with the
He said his daddy died during a workplace incident, and his family won a settlement from the state.
state. The reason I know this is because Anton told me during the pre-qualification process, although I won't go into what he was trying to get qualified for, as that would directly lead back to me. Either way, I saw he had terrible credit score, very low income, yet he had money, he had
He said he had very terrible credit, low income, but he had money in a trust account.
access to through trust accounts that he was attempting to use as proof of funds. So when I see all this stuff online when he's claiming to be this huge business mogul, that's total BS. Just like 90% of trust fund kids do, they're insecure about living off their parents as a grown adult, so they lie about their income. And
He said trust fund kids, in his experience, are insecure about how they get their money, so they lie about their income. Just like how Anton had to start this quote unquote restaurant so he could seem like he's doing something.
even start businesses to make it seem like they're achieving something. And that's where his restaurant comes in. And I say restaurant with air quotes because if you look it up, it was the size of a sandwich bodega. Also, I want to note that he's really screwing up his wife. He already ruined his credit, so now he uses his wife to co-sign for everything. In my opinion, it's just a matter of time before
He said, what? He already fucked up his credit, so now he's using his wife to co sign for everything. Damn, I think there's truth. I think there's truth to that when he sees that he owes 15, let's just round up a little bit, say 10, he owed damn near $30,000 in debt. He damn near $30,000 in debt across credit cards and auto loans, but he's going to tell y'all to pay him for his Patreon, and he's going to tell you how to get wealthy.
he was ordered to pay $15,000 to Discover Card, $8,000 to American Express, and $3,900 to Ford Motor Credit Company. 2 credit cards and 1 car note. For a man who does not finance anything, why does he owe these credit?
If you don't finance Anton, there's no way. Oh, wait, you're a liar. Oh, wait, you're a liar. It makes sense. Walko, thank you so much for becoming a member. Let me go ahead and drop a bomb. And everybody in the chat, welcome her to the gang. She's officially a member, y'all. Let's do it. Let's do it. And also, I saw a super chat come through. The coldest, thank you so much for the contribution. A little while. Hey, I'm below the weather. I'm sick as hell, but I still got time to roast his bitch ass.
Creditors' money. In this video clip, Anton is going to give you a tour of the millionaire master bedroom. This is the millionaire master bedroom. Let's check it out.
Attire for today. Got the purple socks to match the purple shirt, blue pants, standard attire. Nothing out of the ordinary. Just a couple of the things that I carry with me. I keep 2 cell phones. I run 4 numbers in between it. A little bit of cash or whatever. About 2,000 on me. I don't.
Why he trying to flex about having 2 phones and running 4 numbers? That sounds like some fraudulent Nigerian scammer shit. What nigga needs 2 phones and 4 phone numbers across 2 phones? What kind of scamming is Anton up to?
Usually take this.
And so he has no nerve calling anybody dusty, bragging about his money, because this master suite is looking dusty. I'm sorry. It is.
This is what my budget is for the week.
I don't know if you can even see that.
Guys, I don't know if you can see that, but that says $38,743. So this man really sits online. We already exposed him. I already exposed the type of content he created for the last 9 years. I already exposed him being a weirdo motherfucking wearing hot dog suits and shit. But he's gonna just start acting like he's a millionaire and showing fake ass receipts for 38,000 under the guise of him claiming that that's his weekly allowance. If your weekly allowance is 38,000, if your fuck you money for the week is 38,000, then why can't you pay your car note? Why can't you pay your credit cards? Why can't you pay the liens against your restaurant you had to close down?
See the subtotal? The taxes that I spent? This is my real life, bro. This is my receipt from the jewelry store.
Now, he just showed you a receipt for $38,000 and he says that's his weekly budget, $38,000. He said that's his piss money. But in this next video, he's going to talk about not being able to afford to sit courtside at a Detroit Pistons game. FYI, it only costs $1,700 for a courtside seat at a Pistons game.
He gonna tell us that his weekly allowance, his weekly budget is damn near 40 racks, but watch Anton look real sad that he can't sit courtside.
If you buy season tickets, it is $1,700 a game. That's not a lot of money. Let's listen.
JR, you always want to upgrade, so it's like I'm not gonna be satisfied till I'm sitting center court for the whole season. Hey, how you doing?
Now in this next clip, we're going to hear him talk about his profitable restaurant, the restaurant that closed after only 2 years in business. He says it was profitable, but I have paperwork that says otherwise. Check it out.
Really fun ride. I enjoyed it. I learned a lot. You know, I got the type of education that you can't get, and I was profitable. You know, a lot of people can't say that they was profitable.
And then I was one of the fortunate ones that actually really did still have the capital to be able to do so without taking out loans or taking on part.
I was really the fortunate one that had capital without taking out loans. Then why are you in debt to the Thomas Hospitality Group because of loans? Why are you in debt to 2 banks and the Ford Motor Company because of loans? This is the face of one lying ass nigga. And what kind of mental instabilities do you have to have? What kind of fucked up psyche, what kind of twisted Napoleon complex must you have to feel the need to lie and stunt for strangers on the internet you don't even know?
Partners or anything like that, but a lot of people don't. And what you find is that yo, this is where he capping, y'all, and I'm gonna hold him accountable. Pay attention to what just happened.
Now, according to the state of Michigan in a UCC filing, Anton Daniels and Sweet Soul Kitchen LLC, they are both in debt to Thomas Hospitality Group. They are in debt. They owe money, and this UCC filing is a lien. They need to pay up. That lien, it's still active. Let me show you where you can go find it. Sweet Soul Kitchen has 3 active liens. There's 2 UCC liens and 1 state tax lien. They are in debt. They owe money and or property. That is a fact. Anton Daniels specifically has a UCC lien. He is in debt. He owes money and or property. That is a fact. He owes it to Thomas Hospitality Group. Now we have another document showing that the Sweet Soul Kitchen LLC was dissolved February 18th, 2020. The UCC filing was filed January 5th, 2020. So you see the filing was completed January, and then they went to dissolve the LLC in February. We don't know if he's if he's trying to run away from that debt, right? Because he told you guys that he doesn't finance anything. But according to the state of Michigan, he's in debt. He owes some money. So for a man that's balling out of control, multi-millionaire, why you can't pay your bills, player? I'm just saying. Somebody ain't telling the truth.
Streams. Check my numbers. I got over 8 million views, bro.
I got over 8 million views on YouTube. You've been doing YouTube for 9 years. 8 million views over 9 years ain't nothing to celebrate about.
I am a legend.
This nigga's a legend? To who? To where? He's a legend? He just said he's a legend, but people in his own city don't claim him.
All right, YouTube, this coming to you out of Detroit. I want some of you guys that follow Anton Daniels out of Detroit to tag him and get him to see this video. Anton Daniels do not represent anything in Detroit. He don't stand with the nation. He don't stand with the Moors. He don't stand with New Era Detroit. He don't even stand with the black men in Detroit. He stand with the white lady Pearly and whoever his followers is, the bag chasers or whatever they call themselves. Stop saying that he represent Detroit. He does not represent any black men in Detroit. If you look at his mannerisms, look at how he talks, look at him closely. He is not Detroit. He's on some gender politics and he on something else. Stop saying he represent Detroit, please.
The streams. Check my numbers. I got over 8 million views, bro. I am a legend. I'm a legend.
Let me show you my Versace sandals. My Versace. They kick their feet up. They put their Versace sandals on with me.
This is my real life, bro. This is my receipt from the jewelry store. I pissed this, bro. This don't mean nothing to me. $2,000? We not the same, bro. We not the same.
Check my numbers. I got over 8 million views.
But he forgot to mention that he's been on YouTube for damn near 10 years. Damn. 8 million views sounds good until we find out how long you've been trying to be a YouTuber. You've been a failed YouTuber for a decade, my guy. You was out there rocking hot dog suits during COVID, my guy. I digress.
I am a legend. The streams. Check my numbers. I got over 8 million views, bro. I am a legend.
This is my real life, bro.
If I'm set somewhere and laughed at certain things.
Hey, and the fraudulent ways of Anton Daniels keep getting exposed. This is a woman by the name of Lucky Marie, and she's going to speak about her experience as a member of Anton Daniels' Patreon group. And apparently she paid to become a member of his Patreon, and she wanted a refund because Anton was asking her for financial advice. She came there thinking Anton was going to give up the millionaire worth of game, but no, he was asking her for advice. She said, I need my $40 back.
That Anton said, and just for people who was talking about the Anton situation, Anton blocked me just by way of association, of course, with Daryl, because people told him, right? It's not a big deal. But also, prior to blocking me, he had already stopped talking to me. And our relationship just became distant because I was a Patreon member and I never could get Patreon information or assistance, as well as...
Damn, she said I was a Patreon member, but I can never get Patreon assistance.
Or let me just say, on top of the fact that a lot of the information is given to Patreon, I knew already. And I knew more than. On top of...
Damn, she said on the info that was in the Patreon, I already knew, and I knew more than Anton.
The man with 150 properties, so he can help me in real estate, just to find out that the questions I'm asking...
Whoa. Y'all probably didn't catch that. She said that this man claims he owns 150 properties. Oh, Lord, the capping continues. So Anton Daniels is going to sell you a $40 a month Patreon under the guise that he owns 150 properties, yet he lives in an apartment in Detroit. Make it make sense.
He doesn't know. So from that, it was like, I'm supposed to be loyal, and I'm supposed to be seeming like a person that oh, Anton, this big person, you know, you see me on his show, bigging him up, looking crazy that I know right now. Bigging him up, you know, he acting like we super ace boom cool, and I'm thinking that's what we do. Most people have acted like they were closer to me online than they really were, right? So I'm just like, okay, cool, I'll support you. And for me, it was just like, okay, if I'm asking for you to provide me with leadership on one thing, but you're only bringing me YouTube drama or stuff that I really couldn't care less about. It was just like, okay, you gotta
Damn, she said this man boastfully claims he owns over 150 properties. She's asking him for advice and he can't give it. Instead, he's asking her for advice and telling her about YouTube drama. This man is a middle-aged drama queen. He's not a businessman.
more of what I came here for. So when that happened, and it was like, I canceled my Patreon after the 4th month, so I wasted $40, in my opinion. And then it was like, okay, I didn't get the information, but I didn't get the support there. But I'm expected to not talk to somebody. Don't be on these people for real estate information because you have these properties, but you can't answer none of my questions. So I'm not having this or saying this to bash this man or nothing like that, but I'm just saying from my experience, I paid for $40 worth of Patreon and I didn't get $40 worth of information. I got don't use a regular bank. No, doesn't tell me nothing after that.
Damn, she said I paid $40 and I didn't even get $40 worth of information. The only thing Anton told her information-wise was that she shouldn't use a traditional bank. And really, that sounds like some scamming Negro shit. This nigga got 2 phones, 4 numbers, in debt, having his wife co-sign for everything allegedly, and he's trying to tell people not to bank with normal banks. What kind of Nigerian scammer are we dealing with?
Other stuff. So at this point, I'm a very angry Patreon member. And Anton, if you're listening, I want my $40 back.
I find you entertaining. However, there's some serious questions people have. The first thing is that you're using sign language to people who have valid questions, bragging about less.
And yes, ladies and gentlemen, if you don't know, now you know. The man known as Pocket Watching with JT, he's a part of this pseudo fake guru manosphere cult as well, because Anton Daniels came on the Pocket Watching with JT show to clear the air. He was supposed to allow people to ask him questions about his background, and he was going to answer to the public scrutiny and da-da-da-da-da. But JT defends Anton, protects Anton, gives Anton softball questions, and this live stream exposed Anton Daniels so bad that JT deleted it. Yes, if you go on Pocket Watching JT's channel, you cannot find this live stream anywhere. He deleted it because Anton looks so damn bad.
The larger stack is childish.
Wait. What was the question?
Bragging about who has the larger stack is childish. You're not answering with logic. You're using childish rhetoric against people who have questions about your so-called rise to success. Can we pull up his LinkedIn profile? And then, Anton, you say W-2 is greater than your business success, and that's how you got your multi-millions. Yet you use the latter to boast about yourself as an authority figure on the internet. So it seems to be contradicting when you said the W-2 was the primary vehicle.
And the brother's already making good points. He says, Anton, you claim you got most of your money working W-2s. That's how you made millions. But you try to lead with you being a successful businessman. That's how you sell your courses. That's how you sell your Patreon. So why don't you lead with, I was a good employee and I made millions being a good employee? Oh, because that's a fucking lie, because people would see through it.
To how you have your multi-millions. But yet on the internet, you talk primarily about your past successful business experience when you're selling yourself out there.
Things could be true at the same time.
Yeah, so can we pull your LinkedIn profile? The certificates that you shown earlier in the video, that was a community college. So you didn't get a degree till 2016. And I find it hard to say that you had significant W-2 success in order to make yourself a multimillionaire.
How haven't I?
He didn't have a degree until 2016. That's 7 years ago, y'all. He's 43 years old. Do the math. This man is a failure of a man. He's a late bloomer like a motherfucker.
And some of your income is actually public information because you used to work for a public university.
Correct.
Damn.
So knowing the salary that I know, that I've seen, I'm not sure how that's translating to multi-million investment.
How haven't it?
Okay, so so there's a couple of claims you stated in your videos. You claimed you had a successful software company as you sold. Can you name that company?
I didn't sell the software company.
Do you have a name for it?
I'm not telling you what the name of my software company is.
I don't think
the same way that what happened to the restaurant, I'm not giving out information. I'm not giving out information.
So he won't give us the name of his software company he claims he started and he sold. Oh, maybe because it doesn't exist.
The only thing I
Property.
could find about you
I'm
was
not
your
giving out
restaurant.
information for
I
my
didn't see
properties. I'm
any.
not doing any of that.
I didn't see any information about your software company online, and this should be
And
public
that's fair.
information. The
That's
restaurant
fair.
information
And
is
that's
public,
fine.
so I saw the UCC filings and all that, like everyone else can see. But the
You are
other
more
businesses that
you
you
are
claim
more than
to
welcome
have
if you
created
want to.
are not
Hold on,
not
listen,
online,
let me tell you.
and they should be online.
I'm gonna tell you how you can find the information. You are more than welcome to join
Oh.
the Patreon.
Oh Lord. He said, Anton, what's the name of your software company? I refuse to give that. I refuse to give that. But to join my Patreon, then I'll tell you the name of the business I claim I started. What kind of bullshit is that? And he claims that he's not going to tell the name to protect people. No, you'll tell the name for a price for $40, and Anton will tell you the name of the business he claims he started. What kind of fake ass shit is this?
I disclose all of my information in there.
It's like a sales funnel, right? Like it's this cult to
You're on
authority.
the Patreon. Give all the information there.
Anton, you're not answering the question. If you have businesses that
My
Pocket Watching JT has a business. We could research his trademarks. We can verify it's a legit business. But for your businesses that you claim to have been successful in, we cannot do the same. How can you reconcile the difference?
How I've structured my businesses, I structured it to where I don't have to worry about people coming after me, because the one mistake that I made is that I used my real name on the internet. And I've learned that
I think you're capping the business.
What the hell is he talking about? He made a mistake by using his real name. What the fuck are you talking about? You failed at the restaurant. That's why you closed it down in debt. We don't believe you ever started a software company, which is why you can't even drop the name of the software company.
This man, because
Hold on, let me answer your question. Let me answer your question.
Let them answer. We're gonna give you time, but you gotta let them answer.
Let me answer your question. The one thing that I've learned is that a lot of the business that's tied to me personally rises and falls off of whether or not people like me. Let me answer your question. The one thing that
the success of your businesses are predicated on whether people like you or not. What sense does that make, for one? For two, even if that does make sense, you're telling me you know that you're so unliked, you know that you're such a polarizing individual that your business ventures would be hurt because of your content online. And for three, that still doesn't make sense because you claim you already sold the startup company or the software company. So if you already sold it, then why are you worried about the success of it?
I've learned is that a lot of the business that's tied to me personally rises and falls off of whether or not people like me. And that's one thing that I've learned from the restaurant, that I've learned to move a little bit differently going forward. I don't want any business or anybody suffering as a result of it being directly.
Yeah, y'all better listen to Bridget. Y'all don't see Mike's hat? I got merch now, y'all. Check out the link. I got something for the ladies. I got truckers hats. The list goes on. And Adriana Gomez, thank you for the contribution. She says, I don't like you, but you are right, unfortunately. Hey, I know we had some beef in the last stream, but if you even admitting that I'm right, let me go ahead and drop a bomb. Hey, if the haters even got to say, oh, you're right about Anton. Adriana, I appreciate you. Let's go, y'all. Let's go.
Tied to me. So I no longer make that available for you guys.
Just about 5-6 years ago. So what super successful business that you claim to have created within the last 10 years or so that propelled you to multi-million success? Because if you go 10 years after that file, you have a W-2 job, right? That's for Black men. That's legit and everything. Yes, but none of these roles. I know, but none of these roles on your LinkedIn profile, right?
He said, I have a W-2 job right now. This stream that was deleted by Pocket Watching with JT was like end of last year. Anton still works a fucking job, y'all. He's on the internet claiming he's a millionaire, claiming he's richer than your favorite rapper. He works a fucking job. The one time he tried to venture out on his own, he failed. He is a wage earner, and there's nothing wrong with that unless you have this weird mental illness where you have to see much more grandiose than you are.
Prior to VP, you say you had multiple VP experiences, right? I only see one VP experience.
I'm in a vice president.
You're in a VP role now. Yes.
I'm in one now, and I was with one with Comerica Bank specifically.
Yeah, but that's only two.
So what does that have to do with it?
I know, but looking at your prior, like a senior analyst, I'm a senior engineer or something of that sort. So you're
my way up quickly got promoted and worked my way up into vice president of user experience at Comerica Bank.
That's only one job that I can work in corporate that's confirmed to be a big bag. The other jobs that you have in there, those are not big bags. So when you said your W-2 was the primary way for you to have your multi-millions, where
the W-2, wait, let me explain it to you.
First of all, it doesn't even make sense him trying to claim that he became a millionaire off of working a fucking normal job. Mind you, he was never a vice president or an executive or anything like that. You know, none of those positions that they typically send out a headhunter for. He was none of those, but he claims that he was getting a bag. He claims he made millions. And when we look at his own LinkedIn profile, it doesn't show a noteworthy track record at all. It's very, very lackluster.
Let me break it down for you. Don't overtalk me. Give me a second. The W-2 is the vehicle, the investment vehicle. The way in which we evaluate whether or not somebody is a millionaire is specifically by your net worth, which includes your property, it includes your real estate, it includes your assets, any asset that you have.
And if you inherited money from mommy and daddy, then that would be included in your net worth. So I wonder if that's the reason why he's running around saying he's a millionaire.
Contributes to your net worth. The primary vehicle that I used in order to propel myself, in order to be able to invest in all of these different things, is from my corporate position. You understand it now?
Okay, Anton, I'm not, so you don't know them about me, right? But I'm not a regular person, right? I'm up big league at a very young age. So I work in corporate.
What does that mean?
I work in finance. So you're talking, it's kind of cloudy, right? I know how you can leverage W-2 and 401ks, IRAs, all type of other investments, right? What was the investments that you claimed to have made to get you multi-millions?
I just told you.
Okay, but it's like, okay, real estate.
Hold on, wait. I'll give you another thing because I don't want this to be really, really drawn out. If you want to go and look at wait, let me answer. If you want to go and look at some of my property, it is very publicly available on my channel.
There ain't no fucking property on your. Stop the cap.
Anton, in a great recession, you was living with your parents, which is there's nothing wrong about that. But in the last 10 years, what has been the primary?
In the last 10 years, he was living with mommy and daddy, but he's richer than your favorite rapper. He got fired from his 9 to 5 for faking sick days, and then fumbled the bag for him and several family members, and had to move in with his mommy.
But somebody that she gave a reference for a corporate executive job that was working that job, he was making a lot of money. He got fired because anything that was tied to her, they went after him. I messed up so much money. I mean, when I say a lot of money, I messed up crazy bags.
Go and look at some of my properties. It is available on YouTube. And if you want to find out some of my businesses specifically, you are more than welcome to join the Patreon.
Wow. So we got to pay him $40 and join his cult Patreon for him to even tell us the name of a corporation he started. Stop the cap.
Do you not understand how that seems? If you say you're struggling during a recession and that's like 10 years.
Wait. I wouldn't say 10 years. I would say probably about 13.
That's still
13
not
years.
enough time, dude.
Okay. Do you not understand why people have, can poke some holes in your story that you're selling?
They're more than welcome to, but then you can also go and look at my brokerage account and my Patreon.
What does your brokerage account have to do with it? I'm telling you.
It shows you what contributes to my net worth.
So you're saying your W-2 income that you relate into investments cause you to have your multi-million-dollar worth.
What I'm saying is that two things can be true at the same time. It's a multi-layered approach. When you look at the appreciation of real estate, what I've been able to do with my businesses, especially the web development company, and then also
what is the name of the web development company, Anton?
You gotta let me talk, bro.
But he won't give us the name of the web development company, and we didn't see no web development company on his LinkedIn. So Anton, why are you lying?
And then also what I've been able to parlay with regard to my actual jobs that I work, including the one that I have now, and my W-2s is available in there in my Patreon. You can put it all together.
That's 4 months ago for the new VP role, and there was one VP role prior to that, and the other roles there were smaller roles. They did not have large W-2s attached to it.
In there. I got those are not large
W-2 income jobs.
Hold on, bro.
You're capping.
I have over 54 videos in there. You are more than welcome to go through.
What does that
Anton, you're capping about the other roles. The other roles, respectfully, especially the locale you're located in, they're not paying you a large sum of money.
Bankroll?
That's only one big bag role that's been confirmed prior to the new one you just got a couple months ago. The other roles are smaller roles in nature.
I'm capping about my Comerica bankroll, about my vice president role.
No, boy, the cap is strong with this one. But a little bit of housekeeping, y'all. Make sure to smash that like button if you're late to the party, and put those fists in the chat. Let me know you rock with me. And let me check out the likes real quick. Let me see if the math is mathing. Hold on, y'all. Hold on. Oh, wait a minute. The math.
Your history and telling you what your history is and what it's not, and this and that. But it's refreshing to at least having a framework of what your possible history is. Especially like I say, growing up in being born in Worth County, that was used to be an Indian village. Indian post, and then learning that they for some reason in the 1800s, people were removed. So I wouldn't know until I dig in deeper whether I'm, what side of them I'm on, through your consultation, where you kind of put some perspective to it. If it, like you said, if it was only 4% of Africans that was brought here to this land.
Ladies and gentlemen, the math is not math, and we're at the halfway mark too. We're at the halfway mark with the stream, and if y'all want an encore, if you want the stream to keep on going, then you know what you need to do, ladies and gentlemen. We need to get them likes up to 620 likes, or we need to get some Cash Apps, some PayPal contributions. Let's go, y'all. Let's go. What should I play for you guys until I think I'll play Tone Dog on replay.
And I didn't even mention one of the most important aspects of why it's important to pay attention to Tone Dog, regardless of what kind of outfit I got on. Because I can help you operate in a state to where you're not panicking. So many people operate from the perspective of panic, and that's unfortunate. And I didn't even mention one of the most important aspects of why it's important to pay attention to Tone Dog, regardless of what kind of outfit I got on. Because I can help you operate in a state to where you're not panicking. So many people operate from the perspective of panic, and that's unfortunate. And I didn't even mention one of the most important aspects of why it's
we need 5 more likes, or we need a Cash App. Let's go.
Regardless of what kind of outfit I got on, because I can help you operate in a state to where you're not panicking. So many people operate from the perspective of panic, and that's unfortunate. And I didn't even mention one of the most important aspects of why it's important to pay attention to Tone Dog, regardless of what kind of outfit I got on. Because I can help you operate in a state to where you're not panicking. So many people operate from the perspective of panic, and that's unfortunate.
All right. We got the likes up. I appreciate it. Let's continue the show.
Did I say he was capping about it, or I was talking about the prior roles to that? You only had one. You had one confirmed.
Wait. So I can't have a web development company that was successful?
Anton, you said your W-2 income.
Wait. Let me ask you a question. I can't have a web development company that's successful?
Where is your web development company? JT, can you scroll down on his experience prior to the VP of user experience? And Coal America Bank is not a large bank, and VP is a role that's given in the type of industry I work to pretty much anyone with like 10 years of experience. So
yeah, but
there are different levels of VPs. There are VPs who are VPs, and there are VPs who report to C-suite.
If you know that.
Because I'm trying to see if you're capping. So if you go to project management, right, that's the senior level role. They're not paying the big bags. Star Tech Solutions, that's not a widely known name. The other ones is quality control. That's entry level. The help desk analyst is definitely entry level.
Correct.
So
look at the years on it.
Exactly. There was not.
My boy got entry level work experience, but he wants to claim he became a millionaire through his W-2s and correctly investing it. No, you're a trust fund baby. No, your parents passed away and you inherited some money. Come on, y'all. Come on. Yeah, Nick, if it was successful, why didn't he mention it on the LinkedIn? The math ain't mathin'. But let's go ahead and segue into Anton Daniels' hatred and vitriol for Black folks.
Culture that you deem onto us, like the ratchet qualities in particular, are trash when they're possibly learned behaviors that weren't ours to begin with. That's what I'm saying.
Anything.
Oh, and yes, guys, I'm not sure if you've heard this before from Anton Daniels, but he proudly preaches from the mountaintops that he believes Black culture is trash. Again, guys, I'm going to say it clear. Anton preaches from the mountaintops that Black culture is trash while he's a middle-aged man wearing a Versace robe and Versace slippers live streaming in front of a fucking Nikes and Jordans on the wall. Black culture is trash, but he's embellished in Black culture. Black culture is trash, but he's a fucking sneakerhead. God damn it, this is some tether babble. You hate our culture, but you use it and you siphon from it at the same damn time. What culture is it that got you putting a bunch of Nikes on the wall behind you? What culture is that, Anton? Collecting sneakers like you're in high school. I'll wait.
And instead of us trying to observe and try to meld the two cultures to see what it is that we can learn from each other, we're trying to put words in our mouth. Rilla is talking for her. All of this other nonsense, she can speak for herself. And I said what I said. Our culture is still trash, and it hasn't changed. And y'all not saying anything to the contrary. Only thing y'all saying is
there ain't no y'all, it ain't no our culture. You a fucking tether baby. Whether you're first generation or third generation immigrant, you ain't foundational, Anton. You ain't foundational. And if you are, then you should be able to pull up some paperwork. But if you won't even tell us the name of your successful software company, you sure as hell can't verify that you're a foundational Black American, especially not when you're talking like this, my guy.
we shouldn't put it on in front of everybody else. Do they do it?
I can't stand that chicken neck talking, dream snatching, extra, read all about it, tang on their voice when they decide that they want to turn up on you. You know what it is, the chicken neck talking, the dream snatching, and when they start doing like this, snatching your dreams out the air, and then they gotta throw on their voice just because they trying to aggravate you and they want you to slap the dog shit out of them. I can't stand that Black woman.
So now you're calling for violence against Black women, talking about slapping the dog shit out of Black women. Okay, tether baby. Okay.
I am me, he is she, hear me roar tactics that these chicks be using that just make you want to dry that hoe up off a wall. If you just grit your teeth at that hole, like say something else. Dog. Period, Poe.
And thank you, Jack Jack. Clearly, you're a man of means, because people who are really in the know, we know that you don't wear no fucking tacky ass designer with the emblems and the logos. That's the fastest way to scream I'm poor. Do you know what way to wear a watch that also screams I'm poor? If you wear a bust down Rolly. Did y'all know that when you ice out the watch, when you bust it down, that's a sign to the wealthy and the affluent, you're new money, you're poor, you're faking it. Anton, the fact that you flaunting these shoes and this Versace robe and shit, it screams, I just finally got my hands on some money.
Listen, and you know you got one on your hands. Let me tell you how you know you got one on your hands. We got a live one. Go ahead and roll it in. What you got over there, Billy Bob? I got me a Black woman that know how to do all three at the same time. Anton from AntonDaniels.com. Okay, well, what does she do? She like to roll her head on her chicken string. She like to snatch dreams, and she put the extra twang in her voice. Well, take the muzzle off of her mouth so I can see, and we can double check to make sure it's a real live Black woman, a live one straight from the hood. As soon as you take the muzzle off of her mouth. See, I'm tired of y'all talking because y'all just don't know what y'all talking about all the time. Man, get that muzzle.
Finish this out so we can get off.
Courtney asked a question about the something. What did you say, Courtney? It was
because I said on the platform where she specifically said who was the most racist, and she said Black people are most racist. She said on her platform that we wasn't ready for a Black president. She said maybe if we could have been the first Black Secretary of State, that could have been, but we wasn't ready for nobody Black in office.
Hey, Court, can I ask you something?
Yes, y'all. The woman on the bottom right, her name's Amira. She's a racist ass Lebanese chick, and Anton and all these coons on the Lapiv network are gonna defend her and cape for her.
Also says that we don't, there shouldn't be, because this is important. You have someone on a Black platform talking to thousands of Black folks. We need to understand where she's coming from.
Wait a minute.
When I have someone that says,
See, hold on. Let me stop. Hold on, Chicago. Hold on. Stop. Hold on. Let's just set this. Hold on. Stop. No, bro. No.
One more time.
Nobody. Okay, cool. Let's be clear. Let me set the standard and the stage right here. This is not a Black platform. This is a platform in which we have conversations that ultimately could foster growth. No,
the Laqueef network, y'all. The modern day Blaxploitation network, y'all. Always talking about Black folk issues, predominantly Black panelists, but they gonna claim we're not a Black platform. Okay.
I don't know where.
That's like World Star Hip Hop claiming they're not a Black platform. Okay. Who's your base? Who's your audience? It ain't white folks.
You got that from? I don't know where that came
Who's their
from.
target
This
audience?
is
Who mostly
this is,
watches?
yo.
It doesn't matter who
Please
mostly
don't.
watches.
Please don't. We act like the world don't already see us. We act like Amira can't see this program and that she haven't been watching it prior to her getting on the program, as though it changes the dynamic or the narrative of anything. And instead of us trying to observe and try to meld the two cultures to see what it is that we can learn from each other, we're trying to put words in her mouth. Rilla is talking for her. All of this other nonsense, she can speak for herself. And I said what I said. Our culture is still trash, and it hasn't changed. And y'all not saying anything to the contrary. Only thing,
as he sits in a Versace robe from Alibaba with some non-prescription glasses on to take away from his egghead, and his backdrop is fucking sneakers. Okay. All right. Our culture's trash though. Okay.
y'all saying is we shouldn't put it on in front of everybody else.
Well,
Do they do it in your culture? So on and so forth. What's the real result? What's the real issue that y'all have a problem with, other than the fact that y'all didn't like the fact that Amira was shooting 10 for 10? She didn't miss one shot yesterday. And y'all gonna get mad at me for saying that she didn't miss a shot, instead of getting mad at the fact that y'all was missing shots all night long and y'all couldn't defend your points and she was racking it.
We tell women you get what you negotiate. You own what it is that you made your bed in. Sleep in that bed because your baby daddy left you because you picked him. But now we're supposed to have sympathy for grown men that don't know how to negotiate or don't understand things.
Guys, peep game, peep game. There's a whole lot of peacocking that's going on. You guys know, a quick little thing. Peep game, y'all. Do you guys know how you can tell the difference between a YouTuber, between a content creator, between a live streamer that has substance and someone who does not? Do you know how you tell the real versus the faux? Here's a quick way. Look at their studio setup. Look at their background. Y'all, you know that I put in hard work when it comes to my investigations, my receipts, my breakdown. My content speaks for itself. That's why I don't have to invest in $100,000 studio setup. I mean, we upgraded the mic quality. I need to do something with the lights. But for the most part, y'all, I'm in a basic studio. So just something private enough to go live in, whoop-de-whoop-whoop. But peep the peacocking that goes on when you don't have content that you can stand on, when you want to try to get people with the glitz and the glam and the this and the that. Y'all, look at his background. What the fuck is going on there? If a midlife crisis was a background, y'all, what the hell? He got white kids taking Polaroid photos in the top right. In the dead center, he got a white boy hugging a little white girl. Y'all, is this like some white supremacist code or something? Is this like some new Sambo code? You know, put this up in the backdrop so any white person knows that you're a sellout and you're down with the get down. I mean, what the fuck is going on with his background, y'all? Peacocking to the extreme.
They don't want you to remember this. You not no slave, you indigenous. Fuck how they painted them Indians. You went to war with the French and the British men. Quite frankly, you was kings, Merovingians. They took the women and men, made them prisoners. Raised up the children to worship their images. Set up a lab to the genes and they mixed them. And this shit get way deeper than your pigment.